Let's assume that it is, and let's just say, "G'day, folks. How you going?"
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. On the
And good night.
good
Yes,
night.
add them all in. How are we going, Jimmy? How's today?
Today is it's starting to be a decent day. It's done nothing but rain for the past 2 days, so I woke up and it's not raining, so that's a good thing. How about for you?
Well, well, today was an interesting day. It was a bit of stress coming in with technology stuff, but other than that, we're all set and ready to rock and roll. Hey, Jimmy, I was wondering, how'd you like our new background?
I like it. I like it. The picture that you posted for the live is fantastic. I
Well,
like
that's
the
awesome.
flags. I like the patriotism. Of course, those that know me. So I love it.
Absolutely. Well, today's going to be an interesting discussion because we're going to talk about a couple of things. Let's go back in the chat first up and say good day to everybody. First up, we've got Nick saying he's got some great news from. He got some great news yesterday out of Frankfurt, Germany. The German airline Lufthansa will be starting a direct flight from Frankfurt to Minneapolis next June. If he wasn't already going to Australia, I would definitely hop on this, but that's okay. Give him another option in the future to get back to Europe when the time comes. Awesome. We've got Sharon in the chat there. Welcome aboard,
Good
Sharon.
morning, Sharon.
Oh, look at this. Good
Hello,
old Denise.
Denise.
How you going, Denise? I hope you're having an easy shift. And if not, you're not working, which will be an even better shift. So I'm hoping it's an easy one anyway. G'day, Chillin' Charlie. Welcome aboard. Nice to have you here. Sharon saying g'day, and g'day to you, Sharon. Nice to have you here. Good morning to Denise. And you see, this is the one thing about Aussie chat. We say g'day. It covers all parts of the day.
Right.
Don't have to go good morning, good evening, good afternoon. We've got Stream Elements on board. We've got Sharon going g'day to Chillin' Charlie. Jonesy, welcome aboard, Jonesy. Hey, mate, I think you're going to like something I'm going to talk about in about 10 minutes. Something very interesting. Denise is saying she's working, hasn't been too bad. Well, I hope it's an easy shift for you. All right, so Jimmy, this week is an auspicious week. We've had 9/11, and we've also got Jewish New Year coming up. So now, Jewish New Year is the start of 10 days of repentance or reflection, which I thought was rather poignant because 9/11. Where were you when 9/11 happened?
Where was I? I was at work.
Mm.
Um, yeah, I was at work. I was at the fire department. It was early morning. I was actually on the phone with the president of our local union, or another local union. I was the president of my own. We were discussing business, and he told me, "Hey, turn the TV on." He said, "It looks like a plane just hit one of the World World Trade Center towers." And of course, that's exactly what happened. And in the beginning, like most of us, you're shocked. You're not sure what's happening. Um, Speculating what's going on. Was it an accident? Was it deliberate? And then, lo and behold, before our eyes, we watched another plane hit the South Tower. Um, and yeah, that changed a lot of people's lives. Little did we know how much it would change throughout the day.
Mm.
Um, I wrote down some facts. Um, the first plane that hit was 8:46 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It was American Airlines Flight 11. Crashed into the north, what they call the North Tower. And then at 9:03, American Airlines Flight 175 hit the South Tower. And roughly a half an hour later, a plane crashed into the Pentagon, which, as you know, is the main headquarters for military and CIA and FBI and whatnot. And then at 10 o'clock EST, 10 a.m., United Flight 93 crashed into a field in Shanksville, Pennsylvania, which crashed into the field as a result of some passengers figured out what was going on, and they tried to get into the cockpit, and a fight ensued. And instead of hitting its original targets, which were believed to either be the Capitol building or the White House, it crashed into the ground, killing everybody aboard. So tough day. 2,997 civilians died that day. 60 police officers, 8 EMTs and paramedics, and 343 firefighters. So, yeah, terrible day for America, terrible day for the world. Not, and many days to come. Terrible time.
Well, I was driving limos at that particular point in time, and some of the passengers that we picked up at that time were flight crew, and we happened to have some of the American flight crew on board, taking them to their hotel, and they were just white, just ashen. We went, guys, what's going on? And they went, the skies above the U.S. are locked down, and the planes have gone into the World Trade Center, and that was it. And they said, we're stuck here for a little while. And all US flights were cancelled, and it was broadcast across our TVs morning, noon and night. So we were feeling it with you guys at the time.
Yeah, it was a tough time. I think for everybody, no matter where you were in the world, if you have any empathy, it was tough to see something like that. Nothing like that had ever happened, especially to the United States since Pearl Harbor. Being attacked from an outside entity.
Yep.
It created a lot of chaos, animosity. One thing that it did create, which I wish was forever lasting, was American patriotism and solidarity. We came together as a whole, as a nation. It didn't matter what class you came from or color of your skin or anything like that. People were proud to be an American, and flags were flying everywhere, and people were banded together to, not only, some people were angry, they wanted revenge, and but for the most part, people were just they were happy to be an American, and they were loving their neighbor. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It was just
Yep.
a sense of a heightened sense of I don't know, togetherness or joining together as one. Yeah. It was that was the good side of what had happened.
Jonesy is saying that he was on a late night shift, actually early morning shift at 97.3 FM, Today's Country. So he was on air at the time. And I'm just flicking through very quickly. Nick is saying one passenger of United 93, Thomas Burnett, was from Bloomington. I don't know what MN stands for. I'm assuming it's Minnesota.
Yes, Minnesota.
And he has a permanent memorial to him here at the Mail of America in his hometown. Charlie's busy having conniptions about tomorrow's being his appointment. And then let me just see. I'm just flicking through, folks. I'll come back to the other chats shortly. Just looking for the Chat doesn't seem to be much chat on 9/11 at the moment, but let me go back. Nick was saying he was also able to add at the beginning of his trip next year, he's going to fly to LA so he can stand on the Santa Monica Pier. That way he can look across the Pacific Ocean. Just think. Mate, you can stand there and just think, but you will not be able to see Sydney. Oh, wait a minute, sorry. A few weeks later, he'll be in Australia at Sydney Harbour Bridge. It's nuts to think in between those two spots is about 7,500 miles of nothing but open Pacific Ocean. You're dead right there. Charlie saying good day to Sharon. Nick says then he'll be hopping on board an Amtrak train at LA Union Station, bound for Chicago, on the way to Toronto, or as the Canadians say, Toronto.
Toronto.
Sharon is asking... Yeah, go on.
No, go ahead.
Sharon's asking Charlie how he is, and he's saying having coffee brewed up. Mate, what a way to go. Brewed coffee.
Nick says he was only 10.
I'll get there in a sec.
Sorry.
Hope you're doing great. Charlie's saying he's not in a hurry because his appointment is tomorrow. Sharon is saying, Charlie, I'll be back the whole weekend, the last 2 days. Hasn't been too good either, but this morning she's doing a lot better. Well, let's hope that you get way better there, Sharon. Only onwards and upwards for you. Charlie is saying, good, I hope it continues to be not as bad for you. Exactly. And so, Chillin' Charlie, you don't have to be in such a rush. That's awesome. All right. Nick is saying he was only 10 years old on September the 11th, 2021. Denise is saying she was home recovering from surgery. We were stunned, to put it mildly. Stunned, you can say that again.
Right.
Denise is going, her daughter was 2. She doesn't remember pre-9/11 world. Isn't that incredible?
Yesterday, I was doing. So this time of year is when schools are back in session, and one of the things I need to do is I have to do the life safety inspections at the schools. Sometimes I try to get them done before the kids are in class, but it didn't happen this year. So I'm doing an inspection, and I went into one of the classes, and the kids see me in my uniform, and they're like, "Are you a cop, or what are you?" And I explain to them who I am. I try to have them guess by looking at my uniform, and they figure it out. And one little kid, he couldn't have been more than 8 or 9. How old were you on 9/11? He asks.
Oh, wow.
And I had to figure it out for a second. I was 37 years old when it happened, and none of those kids were born. But I'm saddened and glad at the same time that they know about it. At least they must be teaching about it in school. Yeah, it's. I was talking about it in the live yesterday, and we all remember where we were. It's funny. I heard these stories from my grandparents
It's
regarding
one of those momentous occasions.
right regarding Pearl Harbor. They all knew where they were and what they were doing when that happened. When they heard the president come on the radio and announce what had happened in Hawaii, and any American that was aware and alive during that time, or not just American, anybody around the world, especially with technology, even 20 something years ago, it's lightning speed. The news travels, and we all remember. Which, that it's terrible that we have to that has to be a memory.
Yeah, I agree. And the interesting thing is, the world travels that much faster, or the news travels that much faster today, purely
Right.
because we have this technology.
I mean, we couldn't do what we're doing right now 23 years ago. It
No,
wasn't possible then. We
no.
barely had
But
computers.
do you remember being able to get on an aircraft and just sort of say to the flight attendant, Could I please go and have a look at the cockpit? And it
Oh
was,
yeah,
no worries, come on up.
I can remember going through. Um, well, there were no customs then, or well, there were, but not domestic flights. You walked through a metal detector, and that was it. They weren't
Yep.
searching you and
No,
spinning around in this X-ray machine and all of. There were no TSA agents. There's
correct.
just somebody there. They would check your ticket. Okay, did you pay? Yep, I paid. Okay, walk through the metal detector. You're good to go. And our lives have
N-
been changed, not for the better, in
Definitely.
my opinion.
Nick is saying the only thing he cared about on September 11, 2021 was we weren't allowed to go outside for recess. I was too young to understand exactly what happened. Do you know what gets me now is in place of those two amazing towers stands two light beams.
Yeah.
And
Yes, there are. If you visit New York City now, so I've had the opportunity living so close, and I happen to be, a touring musician at the time as well as being a firefighter. I had just been in New York City a couple months prior to that happening, and I can remember on our the off time that we weren't performing or setting up, I remember saying, "Look, we got to go see the Twin Towers. I've never seen them." And I can remember standing there at the bottom and looking up and just amazed at how tall they were. And right next to the towers is what at the time was ladder 10, which is a New York City one of the stations there. And of course, being a firefighter, I'm a geek, and oh look, it's NYFD, it's ladder 10, so cool. Um, and and then I was there again months later, and standing there looking at the giant hole in the ground. It was before the reflection pond was even built,
yep,
and ladder 10 had purple bunting on it. All the windows were still covered in dust and blackened out, and it was surreal. It was hard to believe, and every member of that department, on duty and off duty, were killed that day
wow,
because firefighters, there's a saying that when the sane people are running out of the building, the crazy ones are running in,
yeah, well,
and
it's what we do,
it
right?
right. And those firefighters, the off-duty ones, they rushed to the city. They lived outside of because most of them lived outside of the city. They rushed in to help because that was a big event. That was their town, and every one of them were killed. It's kind of hard to believe.
That's incredible. Nick is saying at the base of both towers is two pools and those lights. Joe's just stepped in. G'day, Joe. How you going, buddy?
Hi,
We got
Joe.
three Aussies on board. Isn't that amazing? Um, Sharon is saying yes. She was also at home recovering from stomach surgery too. That was shocking. So for you, 9/11 had a double whammy. Not only was the news bad, but you were also in hospital recovering. And Sharon saying g'day to Joe. Um, Interesting. It's a topic that will never shut down. We will always be talking about it, and I guess that is the positive to the whole episode, um, because it did change the way we do things and the way life is. But at the end of the day, um, we've been forced into this terroristic mind that's out there. Always being cautious about what's going on around the corner. I think it's incredible.
Well, in this country, not only that, but and I'm not going to try to get too into it or political. I try not to do that in our live streams because it's just an endless. It's like a dog chasing its tail. But there was an
Correct.
there was an act that um, that the politicians here passed called the Patriot Act,
Yep.
and they tried to make it sound like it was a good thing, but it's really
Yep.
not a good thing because what the Patriot Act does is it allows the government to be able to look at your emails and listen to your phone calls and
That becomes hard.
get into your business, which
Mm.
if anybody knows anything about this country, the founding fathers, which I talk about all the time, that was something that they warned us about. So,
Mm.
um, yeah. So,
Joe, mate, you're never too late, buddy. Welcome aboard. Not good that your mental health is not in a good state, but mate, we're here. We're going to pick you up. You will have an awesome evening. Nick is saying it's very moving at the ground zero now, as is the museum that has all the artifacts from the actual day of the September 11th. They have one of the famous fire trucks from the collapse.
so in the foyer in my fire department, the front foyer, when you walk in, there's a set of compartment doors that were on one of the ladder trucks. It was donated to my fire department. That it came from one of the trucks that were destroyed, and sits there. We have that and a piece of one of the towers, and it's a lasting memorial that we have there for
Did
the.
Did you guys send anybody there to help?
I don't know of anybody personally. I know that a lot of us either tried to go down or were going to go down. I say down because New York is south of here.
Mm.
Um, and the bridges were closed. You couldn't get into the city. There was no way to get in. So, it was a feeble attempt to try to go. So, um, there's some people that I've heard in our area that were there or were there if you were close in the beginning, you could get across the bridges. I mean,
Yep.
if you know New York City is an island. It's surrounded by water, so there's only the ways to get there is by bridges, and they closed every bridge down. I mean, the city was closed. So, um, no, I don't know of anybody that was there, and like I said, we were all mobilizing to go, and
Yep.
we were told to not to bother. So,
To stand down. Joe was at school when it hit. He's saying g'day to Jonesy. Denise is saying she was 32. I thought you were 21, Denise. I could have sworn they said you were 21. Joe is saying that a friend of his has a Freightliner FLD 120 that was used as the prime mover or tractor unit for the New York Fire Department's ladder trailer.
Pretty
also
cool.
saying it to Denise, and Denise is saying, "G'day, Joe. Hang in there, dude." Absolutely, buddy. We're certainly thinking of you, right? So hang in there. And Joe's saying that he's trying. He's switching between lives. Okay. So we might catch
well,
him.
hit the like button on both lives.
Yeah,
We would
please.
appreciate that.
We don't mind. Denise is saying she understands the struggle, Joe, and wouldn't be here without pharmaceuticals. Sharon is saying, is asking Joe if he's okay. We're here to help if you need it. And the Gaylors, g'day, welcome aboard. I was at a structure fire. I went back outside and the chief was telling everybody what was going on. He made it home in time to see the second tower collapse.
And John lives in New York. He lives in the upper state part.
New York State, not New York City.
Correct.
I get confused. Your country is crazy. You call
So-
your cities after states and states after cities.
So, and you have to understand, so New England, right, is New England.
Yeah.
The original 13 colonies are the states. So I live in New Hampshire, which, of course, there's a Hampshire, England. So that's kind of the thing. And New York used to be New Amsterdam. And,
The
and
Dutch got
when
there.
and when we kicked the British out, it became New York. So New York, there's a York, England, and I don't understand why they call the five boroughs New York, New York. So that would be Manhattan, Brooklyn, Queens, and the like.
But
The
they
five.
spell it crazy as well. Newark.
No,
Newark.
it's Neyyork. It's New York,
Okay.
New York. That's how they spell it. But the whole state, including New York, New York, is New York, which is odd. It would be
Confusing.
like having, Melbourne, Melbourne, or
Yeah, but you see, Aussies are not. Well, hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. We do have Wagga Wagga, and that's one place. That's the town of Wagga Wagga.
the town of Woolgoolga,
But Woolgoolga is one thing, right?
right?
But Wagga Wagga, I mean, I think that's the only one that's got repeated. I don't know, Joe. Can you tell me, or Jonesy? Can you help me out here? Do we have more than one new double named towns? Now wait a minute. I have to do this. Joe, mate. Sharon's asking a very important question. Anything we can do to help, buddy? Just let us know. I know you're not having a good mental day. Um, Let us know what we can do to help.
And Joe, remember, like what we talk about or what I talk about every day is just be positive.
Yeah.
These downtimes are short. We all have a tough day mentally. We all do, and but they're very short lived, and it's how you handle it that makes it get better. So just stay positive, my friend. Remember, these things don't last long, and there is a huge bright side to everything.
And
You're-
and just know, Joe, that we are all here for you, whether we're in Oz or the U.S. or the UC or even Tasmania. We're all here for you, mate.
Absolutely.
Okay, Denise. Newark is in New Jersey. Okay. You
Right.
see,
Oh,
that's what happens when
that's
I'm
what you
not on the
spelled
ground.
was Newark. Okay.
Yep.
Is there a Jersey, England?
Yes.
There is. Okay.
Yeah. But they pronounce it Guernsey, and
Guernsey.
it is a small area up in almost near Scotland, apparently. Sharon says she's there for you, Joe. Now, Joe's agreeing with me. Wagga Wagga is definitely a double name town. Do we have any others? I don't think we do. We don't have Adelaide, or Perth. I think it's only Wagga Wagga. Jonesy's saying he's been off work and bedridden for over 3 weeks, but this week he's allowed to do short walks. Infection in the right leg. Mate, that's not good. How'd you
What
get
the
that?
heck? Cut that crap out, Jonesy. Get better, my
Yeah,
friend. Get
that's not
better.
good. Now, hang on. I got to tell you guys something in a minute. I just want to get through this chat quickly. Denise is saying there's Walla Walla in Washington. Okay.
But that's a town, Walla Walla. It's not like
Okay.
the name of the town in the state is Walla Walla.
Um, the Gaylors is saying U.S. in this part of New York. We wish the city would separate from us. It's the worst part of the state. Okay.
Right.
G'day, Najuma. Welcome aboard. Nice to have you. Jonesy.
Wangy,
Wangy
wangy.
Wangy in Lake Macquarie.
You have some interesting sounding names there.
Yeah, well, half of them are Aboriginal.
Right.
So,
And that makes sense.
yeah. Jonesy, it's a pleasure, mate. Anytime, buddy. Joe, anytime. Joe, PMA, bro, but if you need anything, let me know, please. From Sharon. Yeah, I said
Absolutely.
Wagga Wagga. I did say Wagga Wagga.
Right.
That's actually on our side of the border. Yeah, it's I think it's Victorian side of the border. Just before we go into New South Wales on the road. But Manola, welcome aboard. Nice to have you here.
Billy.
G'day to Sharon. Jonesy, cellulitis. Mate, you're not old enough to have cellulitis. Come on. Seriously.
Yeah, that's an old person's thing.
That's right. You're only 21, mate. Good morning, Barmer from Sharon, and then hey, Barmer from Denise, and g'day to Joe. Oh, we got Ross in there.
Hi,
G'day, Ross.
Ross.
Hey, Ross, we're going to spread the word, mate. I'm going to spread the word. Well, let me do it now. Oh, yeah, before I do that, Joe has come up with this one. Others include Woi Woi. I forgot about Woi Woi. Wangy Wangy, Billy Billy, Budgie Budgie. Budgie Budgie's near Mudgee, which is near him.
I love
Oh,
it.
you live near Oh, that's awesome. So
Budgie
Mudgee
Budgie.
is
Yeah, Mudgee.
Mudgee is central New South Wales,
Love it.
and then there's Budgie Budgie. Wow, that's cool. I'm sure you know a few more, mate. Okay, so now look, I've got to tell you this, Jimmy and Jonesy. Listen in, buddy. 2025. I know where you're going, but wait a minute. November.
Okay.
November.
November.
There is going to be a rock and roll tribute cruise.
Okay.
It's going to be on the Wonder of the Seas.
Royal Caribbean.
Yep. We don't have the date of the cruise as yet, along with the itinerary as yet.
Where's it
Well,
sailing from?
We're waiting on the itinerary.
Oh, so nothing as of yet.
But
More
it's
to
going
follow.
Yes, more to follow. But there are going to be 4 tribute bands on there. And the bands that they are tributing are AC/DC, Pink Floyd, Styx, and I forgot what the fourth one is. Ross will fill us in with that one if he wouldn't mind in the
I'm
chat.
intrigued. I just have to say good morning to Just Doing Our Best. We're doing well. Good to see you. Thank you for coming into the chat. We are new acquaintances here on Facebook, and it's good to see you. Thank you for coming in. And if you don't know Sean from the Down Under Cruisers, he's the gentleman with more skin on his scalp than me.
Well, it's my solar panel for a sex machine. God gave me such a beautiful face. He made room for another one. We've got Scott from Controversial Cruising. How are you, buddy? Nice
Scott.
to see you on board. I hope you're recovering from your cruise. Yes, Ross, we already mentioned Wagga Wagga. We were looking at some of the others that had the same. Barmer's saying g'day to Scotty and to Jimmy, and Joe is saying, Sean, Wagga Wagga is in New South Wales. Yes, you're right. It's in the Riverina region. That's correct. It is across the border. I get confused between what's that side of the border and our side.
I'm sorry, I'm just giggling because I'm reading ahead of you.
Yep. Joe is saying cellulitis is an inflammation of the muscle similar to an infection. Hey, Joe, I know what it is. I'm just stirring Jonesy.
Yeah, it's awful.
It's not nice.
Painful.
Sharon is saying g'day. Oh, we got OG Bran. Welcome aboard. Nice to have you here. Joe, hey, you silly. Denise, cellulitis is a nasty infection. Take care, dude.
Yes, it is.
Morning, OG Bran. Hey, Denise. Budgie smugglers.
That's what I was laughing at.
Now, Denise, don't you know what a good pair of budgie smugglers is?
They have to be comfortable.
Yep. Now, wait a minute. How about Yaktamasqueeze? Yeah, that word.
Yaktamasqueegee mahogany bedpost.
Well,
How'd I do?
Ross, I think you did really well. but Ross, we need to think about places like Wheelabarroback or Take a Truck Along, which is just near the Black Stump, a little bit north of the Ettamogga pub.
Ettamogga pub, one of my favorite places.
Yeah, it's an awesome place, the Ettamogga pub. OG Bran is saying, "Burn, hey you silly."
Silly rabbit.
Yep. Good morning, OG Bran from the Gaylors. Hey Scott from Denise. Just doing our best. Nice to have you here. Jimmy, how are you today?
I'm doing fantastic. Thank you.
Hey, you silly to the gaylers. It's coffee time. Well, I've just had iced tea today because I felt like it.
Best sip of the day, everybody. Cheers.
Yeah, go on, go ahead. Hi, Joe. Good to see you. OG Brand.
Brand, did you watch Tom and Jerry today?
Did you got a chance to watch them?
I'm asking Brand if he did. I haven't. I just got up.
Yeah, I thought as much. Okay, Joe is saying he's about 2 hours away from Mudgee. He remembers his first A-Day on the Green concert 2014. We were travelling on a Scania K94, is that IB? And another group were on a Denning low floor. Are you kidding? The good old Dennings. I haven't seen many of the Denning buses around. OJ, Brand, just doing our best. Hey, you. And Joe, hey, just doing our best.
Oh, there's
Hey, OJ. Oh, yes, that's right. The
Who tribute band. That's great.
It's going to be an awesome cruise.
I need more information.
We're working on it, Jimmy.
I know.
It's an HH4C sponsored one.
I know.
We're hoping to get 5 recipients on board that cruise ship.
Well, let's continue to raise money.
Yep. Glitter World, welcome aboard. Nice to have you here. Good morning, Glitter
Shirley.
Bombs, guys. Yep. The Gaylors are saying good bands. Yes, they were. No, not Led Zeppelin, although I wish it was. I wish there was a Led Zeppelin band coming,
Right.
or look-alike band coming along. Hi, Sean. Just doing our best. Thank you. G'day. How you going? Glitter World, hey, just... Radio Jonesy, yes, sounds interesting. I thought you'd like it, buddy. The only problem with it is the other side of the pond. BTT, Jimmy, be right back. From Sharon, Glitter World Gaylors, Barmanola. Where am I from? Where I am from, we have a plum nearly and a scratch ankle. Oh, that doesn't sound good. Good morning, Glitter World. Hi, Glitzy. How are you guys? We're doing great, thank you. Hope you're doing well too. I'm just flicking through as quick as I can. Shirley, hope you're well. G'day, Scott. Oh my God, Sean. A solar. Yep, you just got it. A solar panel. Yeah, that's what Ilana says. She goes, "You're such a solar panel." Now she also uses this as a really good nail buff. Glitter World, it's my niece and nephew's birthday today, making blueberry pancakes. Happy birthday to your niece and nephews. Niece and nephews. Yep. Joe is saying our Scania K94 IB had a 9-litre engine with a 8-speed Opti-Cruise. The other group's Denning had a Cummins ISL 8.9-litre with a Allison 6-speed automatic. We overtook them and got around them in record time.
I drive fire trucks with those.
Just saying great. They're great. Hope you're having a great day. Glitter World, good morning to Bran. Good morning, Joe. Joe, Budgie Smugglers. Joe, don't give it away. Seriously. I want everybody in Budgie Smugglers. Glitter Bombs, back at you, Glitter World. Happy birthday to them, Glitter. Yeah, I know what they are, says Denise.
There's a lot of people. I've seen videos and pictures from various countries around the world that really don't care about showing their bodies off.
Correct.
Wearing Budgie Smugglers.
Correct. He loves these Budgie Smugglers. I'll tell you what was amazing is when we were on the Carnival Horizon looking at all the people who were a little bit more chubby than me, they would be in the, as much as I possibly could see of their flesh. That was really incredible.
Yikes.
Joe is saying Look up Don't Call Wagga 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 by Jim Haynes. That's a funny song. Oh, I will look it up. OG Brand, The Astute. It's coffee time, my
Sure
brother. He wants you to have another sip. Denise is saying I could throw out Mississippi Indian names you'd never figure out.
Yeah, we
You're
have
right.
a lot. We have a lot here in New England as well. A lot of indigenous names.
Jonesy is saying he was born at Werris Creek. Where is Werris Creek?
Exactly.
The Gaylors graduated from PT yesterday. No more torture.
Right on.
Denise is saying we're surrounded by Choctaw Indian reservation names. The Astute, I'm about to watch the cartoon Tom and Jerry.
Right on.
Jonesy, I don't see you on Joe's chat. Just doing our best. What we're doing is we're actually broadcasting on 4 channels today. The Astute Tourist, the Down Under Cruisers, Helping Hands for Cruising, and a Facebook channel. That's why you may not see all the chat. Denning have just finished manufacturing the Phoenix. They're now concentrating on custom-based units. Oh, what a shame. Doing our best. Coffee time. Be right back. Okay, I'm back, Jimmy, says Sharon had to answer Dawn. Oh, Dawn's in town. Port Canaveral waiting on dates, but we are targeting the week after Thanksgiving. There's some of your info, Jimmy.
Port Canaveral. Okay. I like it.
That'll be the first time I've been to Port Canaveral. So I better make it a bit earlier so I can actually get to
So
the
you're going to be going?
I hope to.
Well, by cracky, I guess what then? I'm making plans to be on that. As soon as I get all the information, we're going to be going. How's that?
Well, what's up? Joe, that first ADOTG was Jimmy Barnes, Troy Casa Daly, and more. Ross is saying Led Zeppelin tribute wasn't available. We tried. Oh, what a bugger. We have a climax in Michigan. Okay.
We have one here in New Hampshire. It's not a town, though. Sorry.
Keep it clean. We might have Denise doing funny things.
Rated PG.
Hey, Dawn. Congrats, John. Joe, that Allison had no hope against our Opticaroons.
Right, Joe.
Just doing our best. Is asking if he can get anybody a refill. I'd love one if you can get me one, please,
Me as
mate.
well. Here, fill it up.
Yeah, there you go. Ross is going, he has a fleet of 28 2003 Freightliner Cascade Evolutions with a Cummins DD15 and 10-speed Allison automatics.
Right on.
How's your morning to Scotty? Just doing our best. I downed a 1.125 liter bottle of creaming soda. No need for coffee.
Yeah, there's a sugar high there, huh, Joe?
Yeah, that's it. Yes, please. Just doing our best. Joe, just doing our best. Yeah, we got that. We got that, mate. I read it out. Joe saying WB, whatever that means. Well, that's a lot of cream soda. It is. Thank you, Joe. Jonesy, I'm on Downtown Cruising Channel. Oh, cool. You mean the Down Unders? Run that beautiful bean footage about the cruise. I will. If I haven't actually, have I downloaded it? Hang on a second. Let me just have a quick squizzy. See where I might have put it. Hang on a second, Ross. I got to look in the right places, mate. You know, it's there. We go. Is it in there? Um, Mate, I haven't downloaded it properly. But it is. I played it the other day, didn't I? Um, oh, yeah. I'll have to find it. I'm sorry, mate. I'll look for it and bring it up. You threw it at me, and I don't have it. Not right now, but I will get it. I will get it. I will put it up. It's an amazing. I'll put it up, but not right now. Oh, I can't make that. No way. I can take. Oh, come on, Denise. You'd love it. Just doing our best. I guarantee that I'm not going to sleep before 10 p.m. Oh, that's cool. Because we're not going to quit before 10 p.m. anyway. Yeah, we still got time. Denise, off between Thanksgiving and New Year's. Yup, you'll be able to take that time. You just let me talk to your boss, and I'll sort it out for you. Jimmy knows how persuasive I can be.
He spoke with mine. It didn't work out so well.
Oh, thanks a lot. Here's a weird town name that made me laugh every time I say it. There's a town in Newfoundland called Dildo. What a name. There's another one called Uranus. Wait, yeah, that one. You made me choke. Me? Why would I do that to you, Denise? Seriously. Keep me on the loop on that. I will do, Jonesy. Don't you worry, mate. I'll be putting it up. DD15 is made by Detroit. Joe Dildo? Yeah, well, that's a prick of a statement. Can't find the coffee. How about great? Okay, it's legit. Well, let's hope it is. Jeez, there's just so much in here, and I'm going to skip through a bucket load. There's a town in Austria which he refuses to say unclean. Okay. Yeah, I'll tell you about things a little later. Yes, Ross, I was going to talk about Shana Tova earlier on. For those that do not know, and why I said it was a rather auspicious time is because we're coming into the 10 days of repentance, starting with the Jewish New Year, which starts on Friday night. Hence, we will not be having a live this week. Because it is a very religious time for us, and for those 10 days we go and do some prayers and we ask God for forgiveness and all that sort of stuff. As well as that, oh yeah, I gotta tell you this one. Without that, as well as that, it ends up on the Day of Atonement known as Yom Kippur, and you might know that as an auspicious date. Because in 1973, I believe it was, or 74, there was a war in Israel on that particular date. It was the most auspicious date on the Jewish calendar, being Yom Kippur, the Day of Atonement. So from Jewish New Year to the Day of Atonement is 10 days, and so we ask for forgiveness. So to anybody out there, if I have in any way offended you, please forgive me. I ask you from the bottom of my heart, and if I am forgiven, I will be eternally grateful. Thank you so much.
I forgive you, Sean. You haven't offended me ever, but I forgive you just the same.
Oh, thank you so much.
Now, do you? Let me ask, because I'm not Jewish, and I'm saying this because I don't know. Do you build a sukkah outside for this or no?
Yeah. That comes afterwards.
Gotcha.
That's like a couple of weeks after that. Eileen Lenny Perez, welcome aboard.
Leanie's
nice to
here.
have you.
Good morning, Leanie.
Yes, my mistake. Meant Detroit. Haven't had a quarter of my coffee yet. It's 5:47 where he is. He is just near Chicago.
Chicago.
I was just thinking that.
It's my kind of town.
Yeah, Muso's coming out aloud here.
The Windy City.
I'm just flicking through really quickly because all these people are saying g'days. Okay. There is a road back home in Guam called Nevermind Road. It's a dead end. Now that's funny.
Right?
I'll be in shul all day on Yom Kippur. Ross, so will I. No, well, I might be at shul, but I won't be in shul because I'll be doing security. Mono, did what? Welcome aboard. Nice
Hi,
to have
Mana.
you here. Some people saying g'day, good morning. Just doing our best. Eileen, hey Sharon. Again, I'm just going to flick through the g'days because that's all people are doing. Joe saying hi. Mona did what? Okay, so it's a rather important time for us on our calendar. So there we go. Now Ross is saying we are planning on the Rock and Roll Cruise best air guitar competition. Oh no, do I have to bring my air guitar along with me? Seriously? It's so much to pack.
I just want to say, look out, because I am the ultimate air guitar player.
Oh, come on.
Look behind me. I
I'm
play
looking.
the real thing.
Yes, so do I. I used to love seeing Muslim workers where I work undergo Ramadan. Yeah. Mona did what? Good morning, Joe. Hey, Jimmy, how's your trip?
My trip, so I think she's referring to, excuse me, we are, excuse me, the coffee's coming back. For the next, it was 4 weekends in September. We started last weekend where we take the RV up north to the Lakes region, where it is presently. And we're going up every weekend to spend there. So it's been fantastic. Thank you, Sharon. So far, so good.
Okay, all right, I'll bring it along. Seriously, it's the biggest thing in my Ziploc bag.
It's going to be tough to pack.
Absolutely. Eileen is saying, do air guitars slip past customs? Well, the last time I tried, they told me to unstring it and take it back because they were worried about what the strings would do. Jonesy says he's got no new strings for his air guitar. Joe is saying, I'll be learning the piano, accordion, the harmonica, the guitar, the pedal steel guitar, and if possible, the hammered dulcimer.
The hammered dulcimer, yep.
Yep. Rob. G'day, Rob. Welcome aboard, buddy. Oh my God, Sean is on the correct side of the screen. Hey, Jimmy, 45 more days. Woohoo.
That's right. Oh, speaking of that, if I may.
You may.
I have to show you. So I've had some T-shirts made for my crew.
Woohoo!
So this is the men's shirt, and the ladies has a V-neck. It's color blue. So on the front, of course, we have the logo with the YouTube, but on the back, if you can see it,
Booze Cruise, Carnival Glory.
So I had some T-shirts made for the crew, and we're doing a shot glass exchange, and I've had some of these made up. Let's see if you can see that.
That's nice. So, but mate, you've got to do the shoey exchange.
Shoey exchange.
The shoey holds more than the shot glass.
Well, this is true. I'd have to bring a new one. You clearly don't want to drink out of one of my used shoes.
Well, it depends on what it's been used for. Denise is saying, Jimmy, I offered to bring my ukulele on the booze. Dwayne shot her down.
What the? I'm getting a phone call.
G'day, Hope Bus. Welcome aboard. Nice to have you here.
Hi. Good morning.
We've got a nice crew in today. Ross is saying we have a budget line item for air guitar transportation costs and another line item for replacement air strings. So no excuses. Serious, but it's so hard to pack. You've got to fold it down, and it's got to go into this Ziploc bag that I'm allowed to carry. Goodness me, Joe. Have you guys heard of Ted Yoda? Here's my inspiration for the hammered dulcimer. No, I've got to
I
check
have
that
not,
out.
but I like
Uh,
the hammered dulcimer.
yep. Sharon is saying she loves that color of grey.
Thank you.
That's so cool. That's nice from Hope Bus.
Hi, Vicky. It's good to see you.
Um, Joe is saying you can all blame Diesel Ricardo for that.
Danielle or Daniel.
Daniel. Daniel. So my apologies if I mispronounced it. Eileen saying great to everybody who's just stepped in. Joe, who is Ted Yoda? I've never heard that name. Charlie saying great to Vicky. Charlie, um, just doing our best. Still here fixing breakfast, my friends. That's cool. Rob is doing hashtag creator. Rob, you need to do that on Jimmy's channel. I've been trying to get that working on mine. It's not. Joe is a very proper hammered dulcimer player. Look up his hammered dulcimer version of Everybody Wants to Rule the World.
According to what I'm reading here, he's the Bella Fleck of the hammered dulcimer. And if
Okay.
anybody's familiar with Bella Fleck, he's an incredible uh, banjo player.
Okay. Vicky's saying that the student cancelled this morning, so her morning is hers.
Good to see
Breakfast
you.
soon. Yeah. Getting on the road. Enjoy the stream all. Thank you for popping in. Glad you could join us.
Thanks, Leanie.
Slater. Okay. I know who you're talking about, Joe. Thanks. I am on Jimmy's channel. Well, it didn't pop up, so therefore.
I don't have any what is that, like stream pod or something?
Yeah, Nightbot.
I don't have any of that set up, Rob, so
There
I'm
you go.
I'm illiterate when it comes to computers. I have no.
Are they going to be hot? Are we going to have some good warm weather, mate? Are we going to get into the 30s? That'd be awesome.
Well, spring is here.
Yeah. Spring is sprung, the grass is riz. I wonder where them boydies is. Now, Jimmy, you got 2 minutes.
Just to answer Vicky, we may be getting some for this fall. Yes, we'll see. I would love to have chickens again, but okay. So I got to get ready to get out of here. So I'll do my usual sign off. Don't forget PMA, Positive Mental Attitude. PMA will definitely save the day. And when I tell you that I'm living proof that PMA works, just trust me that it does. And I know some of you in the chat, especially Hope Bus, Vicky, can attest as well. Don't forget to make a difference in somebody's day. Everybody has a story. We all do. Sometimes we're having a bad day, some bad mental days and that. And you can change somebody's day just by smiling at them, saying a kind word, shaking a hand, or giving them a hug. Make sure that they're ready for a hug if you're going to give them one. Just don't reach out and grab somebody and say that Jimmy, the astute tourist, said hug you. They may not enjoy that, but that you can make a difference in somebody's day, and try to do that every day. Also, since we were talking about 9/11, but today and every day, all year long, say a prayer and thank a first responder, our men and ladies of the fire department, the police department, our EMS workers, our nurses. We love our nurses, and say thank you to them. They're out there every day keeping us safe and healthy. So they're doing a good job, and they don't ask for anything in return. And last but not least, think about, thank, and on our men and ladies of the armed forces and our veterans, past, present, and future. Thank them. They're on that proverbial wall every day, protecting us and keeping us from harm. And they're protecting things like that, and like that flag. I'm
Other
never good
way.
at this. There we go. And
Other
that
way.
flag over there.
Other way. That's better.
Yeah, well, I'm looking at a different. Yeah, there we go. I have to look at the. There we go. Okay, protecting those flags because they definitely mean more than the cloth they're printed on. Those are our freedoms. Those are our liberties, and they are not to be underestimated. And if you see anybody disrespecting your flag, I would expect you to step up and do something about it. I would put my life on the line to protect mine, and I hope you would do the same. So that's it for me.
Well, folks, it's it from me too. I'd like to thank Jimmy as usual. We have an
Thank you,
awesome
Sean.
day, and let's reach out and touch somebody. And I taught people how to do CPR today, so I'm saying
Push-ups.
to you, yep, push-ups.
And for
So
those of you living in the States, don't forget Hump Day cocktail hour tonight at 6 p.m. EST.
awesome. Have a good day.
Peace and love,
Be
everybody.
safe.
Love you guys. We'll
The
see you later.
Aussies, have a good night. Take care. Ciao.
Sean, I'll see you later. I'm going to be in touch soon, though. I need to talk with you. So,
Awesome.
all right, my
Catch up.
friend. Thanks, guys. Bye bye.
Bye.